So I'm sitting in my hammock. It's nearly bedtime here, and in the woods. Another night outside saves the money, and I guess sometimes even it's better. What has happened today? Yeah, just lately, just now I have washed in a river. Can you imagine? But I was so sweaty because it's like 35 degrees. I'm carrying still this massive 20-kilo rucksack with food and drinks, up to 25 even, and which is mad. And it goes just up and down here. And I have been walking today 35, maybe even 40 kilometers. And so I said before I jump in the sleeping bag here in the hammock, I want to feel clean. And there was this little river, and I found a nice spot. And I took my Dr. Bronner's, um, and had a little wash. And it was cool. It's the first. These little things, they're so easy. And just because I have met another person, and she said, no, I had a wash just in the river. It's like, okay, oh yeah, you could actually wash in the river, right? So I did that, and this felt really, really liberating, just to make use of the nature that is there. I don't have to be in a hostel and a bed and breakfast to do that out here. So that's cool. And second night in a row will be in the sleeping bag. Yeah, today was madness. There's this thing when I was young. There was a Cooper test. I think it's about 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes. You run for as long as you can and for as fast as you can. And I love that. That was my thing. And here it's just, if as soon as I put that rucksack on my back, something triggers me into motion, like a horse or like a donkey. Like you put something on its back, and it's like, okay, let's keep going, let's keep going, and I can't stop. I just need to go all the way, and it's like, okay, but my hips and my knees are starting to hurt because of all the weight and too much length, too much kilometers per day. So I will tomorrow. I guess I will do an afternoon nap time, a siesta, just to recover, gain some strength, and space out the day. Because as it looks like, it's like to be finished at 6 and then hang around is not the point. But okay, let's do a 1 or 2 hour lunch break, sit in the hammock when the sun is shining, and just chilling, and doing then the second half. So that will to tomorrow. It's amazing when you're on the way and you allow yourself to feel into the answers are all there, and then you have to just put them into reality, and act by it, and not allow yourself to drop in the same patterns over and over again. Like I really need to stop myself of, I don't need to do the Santiago, arrive in the Santiago de Compostela tomorrow. But I have this like go, go, go. So I need to watch that. Otherwise, I'll be soon injured and my knees or my hips are striking. Nobody would be served by that. And otherwise, it's just amazing being out here. And the Pellegrinos, like, well, Pellegrinos, they're all accepted here in a way. And yeah, you're accepted to wash yourself at the water places, or pitch a tent, or sleep in a hammock on the way. They all know that's okay. That's some people do that, and it's great because it gives you the permission to do so. Um, but yeah, the self responsibility is always leave no trace. I think that's really, really important. It's incredible. Um, So the whole thing is just starting around food. Tomorrow there's a 25-kilometer path. There will be no villages, so it's straight through. What was really sad, we have gone away from the coast. The coastal moments were the most beautiful because it always goes up on the ridge of the hills. So you had then this spectacular coastal views, and now we were just in a very hilly area, going up and very steep downs and ups and downs and ups and downs by 35 degrees. So that was nice too, but I'm sad because I love the coastal area and the views. So onto this blue color, this is just my favorite. So I think by Bilbao, that's another 2 days or so. If I'm there, then we'll be back at the coast again. So yeah, it's just amazing. If you ever feel it, put it on your list. Go out here and do it. After 3 days, I already know it was worth your while, worth my while. I think there are many days to come, ups and downs, but hey, that shall pass too. But there's so much enjoyment in connecting with other people, and have all my gifts of my coaching stuff and being there and just pouring myself out, and sometimes reading some astrological horoscopes for the people, and not having to ask for a session or so. It's like, just give it out there here on the Camino. If they have an issue, there's a reason why they're here, because they want to change in business or they want to change their life or whatever. And yeah, the astrology can really help with this to bring clarity into certain aspects of what's going on. And it's wonderful, of not having to play the business person, but just give. Just be full 100% there and give from your heart everything you have. That's the most beautiful thing, right? And that smile and that happiness that you radiate out there, it's just been thrown back into you. It's just mirrored back, and it just creates such an amazing atmosphere. Then you figure out with some people, you hit it off and you walk with them a little bit longer, and then you get the feeling, okay, now it's time, now I need to digest or reflect on it and want to walk alone. And then there are other ones, you maybe don't get on so well, but you started to walk or you started to talk, and then it's time to say goodbye, or they're too fast or you're too slow. It's always, you always find your power to make decisions for yourself. And this is really, really powerful. Will I move on? What is he thinking? It's none of my business what he's thinking or she's thinking, right? Just move on. Just go your pace, and the distance becomes bigger and bigger, and that's okay. And this is awesome here at the Camino, that you can do your pace, and it's okay to go with someone for a while. But then you suddenly realize, for once, I just turned around because there was a donkey there. So I had a little chat with the donkey. He was awesome. And the other person didn't wait, just walked on. And then I lost the other person, and it was completely cool. And then, of course, they'll make a break, and then you catch up on them and you say hello. And then you're in front, and then you make a break and they pass you through. And it's really cool. So it will be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks, to always bump into people that you already didn't know. And yeah, look forward to all of that. So anyway, I think my message for today is just like, I don't have to prove anything. It's just, can I enjoy it? And yes, there is an enjoyment to reach like 35 kilometers every day and have done your work. And but also there was a beautiful forest with wonderful trees, and everywhere were ferns, and I would have loved to stop there and make a siesta. So I will have to do that in future and give myself, then I don't do 35 kilometers but just 25. That will take off the burden from my body. and will make it more doable long term. And this is my Iron Man, really. I was never my childhood heroes were always the Iron Mans, the long duration um, people, fanatics, and I love them. I thought they were my heroes, but I was never able to do that. My head, my masculinity didn't allow myself to break it down into individual steps so that there's a long-term commitment coming out of it. For me, that always had to be fast attention, and gratification had to be immediate, and I never got it. So this is my Iron Man. This is my childhood dream, my childhood challenge, to see if I'm old enough now, of if I can restrain myself, if I can work with myself through the acts of self-love, to say, Kai, what do you need? Okay, don't do 35 kilometers in really hilly terrain with a 25 kilo bag. Easy as that. Just don't do it. You wreck yourself. So will I be able, or then there will come a point, I think, after a couple of days where I will have a rest day, where my body says, like, hold on, you have done now enough. You have done the first week or the first few days. Now give me a break. Will I be able to do this? Or is my masculine pushing on and says, like, come on a little bit and so on? So I'll see. It'll be very interesting. Today I've really fought with myself. It's like, how do I do it? Ask the questions, right? How is this going on? How do I want to live this stage, this chapter now? And how much do I want to risk doing the same mistakes that I've always done? Do too much and then quickly be injured. Because this is really now, it's not just a football game of 90 minutes, but it's just a continuous commitment to keep moving. And what's the right pace? This is incredible. So when you're out here, you learn to work with your masculinity and with your femininity, and you put them together, and they work hand in hand. It's like no better way than in this moment of creating your inner marriage of your two sides, of your two aspects within you. Because yeah, you have to keep moving, you have to get on, and you have to set targets somehow to push through, but never over and above what your femininity, your intuition is willed, and what your body, your somatic signs are telling you. She's the boss, no matter what. She has the vision, just like, and he is just the one who's saying, okay, let's do it. That's the way how we do it. But he's not the one who's riding in front and making the choices. It's her. It's the intuition. It's the somatic experiencing of your own body. She is doing the decisions. He then follows the decisions and turns them into reality, right? And get sure to follow up and make sure it's safe and that everything works and holds space for it. When she says, like, hold on, stop. Today is a rest day. Anyway, 13 minutes. Wonderful day turns to an end. This is the end of day 3. And when I have something in my mind that I want to share with you, then I always do a midday update. You maybe have seen that for today, where I spoke about sovereignty, which was a really strong theme that activated in me, that I took some time to reflect on and reflect on that. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep hopefully as well as I will, and speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.